When Willis Carrier invented the first system for manufactured weather in 1902, he sparked an industry that revolutionized the way in which we live, work, and play. From that defining moment and through to the present day, Carrier has been a company built on a legacy of innovation. For more than a century, our research, expertise, and vision have resulted in market-leading innovations that have shaped and defined the heating and air conditioning industry. Carrier products provide comfort to millions of people and businesses in 172 countries and 6 continents. As a global citizen, we also recognize the vital importance of providing environmentally sound products and solutions that fulfill our customers' needs while preserving our precious natural resources. In that spirit, Carrier is proud to offer geothermal comfort systems. According to one government agency, geothermal systems are the most energy-efficient, environmentally clean, and cost-effective space conditioning systems available today. That's because a geothermal system taps into the Earth to capture free, clean, renewable energy. The Earth absorbs about 47% of the sun's energy that reaches it, storing that energy in the ground. A geothermal system extracts that free energy for heating during winter. For cooling, the system removes heat from the home and dumps it into the cooler Earth. This transfer of heat energy is done through a series of pipes buried in the ground or sunk in a pond, or by using well water. Because a geothermal system simply moves heat instead of burning fossil fuel to generate it, it's more energy efficient. We'll get back to discussing all the benefits of a geothermal system, but first, let's review the different types of loop systems. Geothermal loop systems can be installed in a variety of configurations: horizontally, vertically, in a pond, or using well water. Horizontal loop systems are used on larger lots and are installed using a backhoe or trencher. Typically, several trenches are dug about 1 to 1.5 meters deep. There are several horizontal loop designs. Some use a single pipe and others use 2 or 3 circuits in a single trench. Using multiple pipes shortens the trench length. Another design, called the slinky, uses circular patterns of pipe in a wider trench. One type of horizontal loop is installed with the same horizontal drilling technology used to place cables under streets. These machines have the ability to steer the direction and depth of the drilling head so that a very precise path or target location can be attained. Once the hole is drilled, the geothermal pipe is pulled into it. This technology is great for large, nicely landscaped lots because the disruption on the surface is minimal. On smaller lots, your Carrier geothermal dealer may recommend a vertical loop system. With a vertical loop, holes are drilled with a drilling rig similar to those used for drilling a water well. But instead of drilling for water, we're simply boring a series of holes. Some drilling rigs use a mud slurry to bring up the cuttings from the hole. Other rigs use pressurized air to remove the cuttings. Several boreholes are drilled to a specific depth depending upon the local conditions and design. A double pipe with a U-bend at the end is inserted into each hole. The holes are then filled with grout to provide complete contact around the pipe for good heat transfer, and to seal the hole to prevent surface water from getting into the aquifer. After several holes are drilled and the pipes are inserted and grouted in, the individual circuits are connected together by a header system. The advantage of the vertical loop design is that it can be placed on a small lot. The third type of loop system is a pond loop. A pond is a great source of energy, even when covered in ice. In order for the pond to have enough thermal capacity to meet the heating and cooling requirements of an average home, the pond should be at least 2 meters deep and have a surface area of at least 2,000 square meters. Larger and deeper is better. The pond water is not used directly. Rather, a series of pipe is placed at the bottom of the pond to absorb heat for heating or reject heat during cooling. A pond loop using several coils of pipe is fabricated on land and floated into location. As the pipe is filled with fluid, it will sink and remain on the bottom. Another type of pond loop uses plate-type heat exchangers instead of polyethylene pipe. Your carrier dealer can recommend which type of pond loop is best suited for your application. Geothermal pond loops can be a very economical solution because the only digging required is a trench from the pond to the house. The horizontal, vertical, and pond loops are known as closed-loop systems because they recirculate the same fluid through the loop. The individual circuits from each trench or borehole are connected in a header. From there, two larger pipes are used to move the loop fluid to and from the house. A wall penetration is made in the foundation to accommodate the pipes coming from the loop field. From there, the pipes are connected to the flow controller, which contains the pumps used to circulate the fluid in the loop. Geothermal loops are fabricated from a type of pipe made specifically for geothermal applications. This pipe is made from a special grade of polyethylene and has a life expectancy of over 100 years. Like many plastics, it simply doesn't rust, rot, or corrode. And to further ensure the reliability of the loop system, all connections are made by heat fusion. The pipe and fittings are thermally welded together with special tools at around 250 degrees. There are no glues or clamps used in the underground piping. These joints are designed to provide decades of leak-free operation. In colder climates, antifreeze is used in the loop. Several different antifreezes can be used. Your carrier geothermal dealer can recommend the one that is best suited for your installation. The final type of loop system uses an existing water well instead of pipe in the ground. A well water geothermal system is an open loop system because instead of recirculating the water is simply discharged after it passes through the geothermal unit. When considering a well water system, it's important to evaluate the quality of the water, the capacity of the well and pump, and the discharge location. Not all water wells or locations are suitable for this type of system. Where an existing well can be used for a geothermal system, the installation cost is reduced because there is no need for additional trenching, drilling, or pipe. Regardless of the type of loop design, the system is sized with the aid of a sophisticated software program that provides your carrier geothermal dealer with an accurate unit size and the optimum loop length and flow rate required for your installation. There's no guesswork in designing the system. This program also provides you operating cost estimates for heating, cooling, and hot water. So now that we've described the different types of geothermal loops, let me tell you how the actual geothermal unit works. A geothermal unit is similar to an air source heat pump because it simply moves energy from one point to another. But because a geothermal unit uses the constant moderate ground temperatures instead of widely fluctuating air temperatures, it's more efficient than an air source heat pump. During heating, the geothermal unit extracts heat from the ground loop or well water. This heat is transferred to a refrigerant, which is compressed. The heat from the hot refrigerant is then transferred to the indoor air. During cooling, the process simply reverses. Heat is extracted out of the indoor air, transferred to the cool refrigerant, and then rejected into the cool earth or the discharge well water. Some geothermal units are designed for hydronic applications, like a radiant floor installation. These units warm water instead of conditioning the air. The warm water is circulated through a series of pipes, usually embedded in the floor, to provide exceptional heating comfort. Regardless of whether the unit is heating or cooling, it's simply transferring heat energy from one location to another. And that's why a geothermal system is so efficient. It's using the free, clean, renewable energy from the earth. In fact, it's so efficient that for every 1 unit of energy used to power the compressor, fan, and pumps, it transfers about 4 units of heat energy into or out of the home. When comparing the operating costs of a geothermal system to other types of heating and cooling technologies, many homeowners find that a geothermal system will provide enough energy savings to offset the added cost within a few years. And in a new home, The monthly energy savings is often greater than the added cost of the system in the monthly mortgage. Your Carrier geothermal dealer can demonstrate the operating cost scenarios for your home and family based on your climate, local fuel rates, and various system efficiencies. In addition to savings in heating and cooling costs, geothermal systems offer other benefits, including hot water energy savings. With an optional feature, hot water is generated and delivered into your water heater. Comfort. A geothermal system provides even temperatures throughout the home year-round, with excellent dehumidification during cooling. Reliable. Geothermal units last longer than ordinary air conditioners or heat pumps and are not subject to the weather extremes because they are installed indoors. Quiet operation. Unlike ordinary air conditioners and heat pumps, no outdoor unit is required. Carrier geothermal units use heavy-duty, fully insulated cabinets, quiet, soft-starting variable speed blowers, and a double isolation-mounted compressor. Incentives. Many provinces and electric utilities offer incentives for geothermal systems. Check with your Carrier dealer to see what programs are available in your area. And because geothermal systems are considered a green and renewable technology, it's a product that will help to reduce your carbon footprint. According to the Geothermal Heat Pump Consortium, installing a geothermal system to replace a typical older system is the environmental equivalent in emission reduction of taking 2 cars off the road or planting an acre of trees. There are over 1 million geothermal systems in operation today, resulting in the avoidance of more than 5 million metric tons of carbon dioxide and more than 1 million metric tons of carbon equivalent annually. So it's a technology you can feel good about using for generations to come. We know that selecting a comfort system for your home and family is a big decision, and you have many options. But like millions of other geothermal system owners, it's likely you'll be very pleased with geothermal technology. With a wide variety of unit styles, features, and options, there's one that's sure to fit your needs. Carrier's reputation for quality extends throughout the geothermal line. Units are designed and carefully manufactured to exacting standards. Every unit is thoroughly tested after final assembly. Unit efficiencies and our long warranties are among the best in the industry. And the training and design tools available to your Carrier geothermal dealer ensures you the right installation. For more information about our lineup of geothermal systems and applications, ask your Carrier dealer. And finally, back to Willis Carrier, the inventor of air conditioning. As an avid outdoorsman, Willis Carrier recognized the power of the natural environment. His pioneering spirit remains today in Carrier's approach to environmental innovation. He would be proud of the company's leading products and solutions of today to ensure that our homes are comfortable and our precious resources are used wisely. On behalf of the 30,000 Carrier employees around the world, thanks for your interest in Carrier technologies for your home and family. We're confident that when you turn to the experts and invest in a Carrier geothermal system, you'll be another one of our many satisfied customers, enjoying the benefits of this exciting technology for many years to come.